welcome Andrew.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The talk for today is about allowing. As I begin this talk, I allow Spirit to share with all of us words of love and wisdom that will enable us to grow and move forward. If we but simply allow life to work through us, instead of trying to make life work the way we want it to. We often forget that resistance holds us back and that we don't have the control over life that we think we do. I got a voicemail on Friday afternoon, which I listened to when I got home from work sometime after 5 o'clock. I was asked whether I could fill in at Sunday service and give the inspirational talk myself. I had to think about it for a minute or so. I had always known well in advance when I was scheduled to talk, so I had always had plenty of time to prepare. But this time was different. As I pondered, the word allow came to mind. There was my answer. It was simply another opportunity to be of service. By ignoring my ego and committing myself in that moment, I knew that I was allowing. These opportunities come to us regularly in so many ways. And it's just a matter of allowing so that one can recognize and learn from them. It's important to listen to your feelings and to trust what your heart tells you, because that will help you to act and experience things and then learn from them. Allowing life to flow and express through you won't guarantee an easy or painless journey, but it will strengthen and evolve your soul and bring you ever closer to God. I generally like surprises and new challenges, but sometimes I catch myself judging whether I'll accept them or not, based on how they make me feel. This can be tricky sometimes, as ego tries to disguise my natural instincts with doubt or fear. Comfort zones can be great, but be wary of stagnating. When things are going well, look for or ask for opportunities to spread that wellness to others. And when things are not going so well, think about what you need to learn from that experience in order to bring you from that to peace again. The key is to allow the oneness of all to teach you and evolve you, and not to try to teach your separate ideals to others. Sometimes you are the teacher to another, but take care that you deliver your message or lesson to them from Spirit with love, and not from your ego's intellect. Every one of us is both a teacher and a student, and we must allow ourselves to move freely between these roles as life reveals more and more that there is only one of us. And the more we allow and accept in our lives, the closer we get to the source of higher understanding. Allowing is not necessarily a passive or defeated state. It takes great focus and right action. First, one needs to focus on what they have an issue with. What is disturbing their natural state of well-being? Second, is not to lay blame on yourself or anyone else, and realize that the problem is actually an opportunity from our soul to learn and grow. Third, understand that taking any action may not always be possible or appropriate right away. Simply accept the moment as it is and allow life to bring you the solution at the right time. Right action could mean surrendering, removing yourself from an environment temporarily or permanently, or confronting an issue by speaking your truth to those concerned. Whatever the case, be sure to ask yourself, your higher self, what's most appropriate in that moment. To be in a state of allowing does not mean simply spending our time being and waiting for life to work out everything for us. We are here to expand ourselves and contribute to all of life. Positive focus and inspired action are key to attaining a state of allowing. It is your life, and taking inspired action will enable you to align yourself with whatever you are trying to allow. No amount of physical action will compensate for resistant thoughts when trying to manifest something. The universe is always manifesting your true desires. So if you're not getting what you desire, you need to examine your thoughts that are manifesting your reality. It is also possible that you're in denial of your true desires. Learning to just be does help you release resistance and connect with your spiritual self in the moment. But you cannot live life without taking action in the physical world. You are all creators of your experiences, and you are telling life where you want to go and what you want to do, not the other way around. The universe simply manifests your reality to match your true thoughts or beliefs. Worry also blocks you from your desires because it is resistance. It is opposite to anything you wish to manifest because it is a negative vibration. One who resists perceives the situation as a real problem, something they can do nothing about. And they become stuck in the situation and think that they have no way out. They allow this thought to take over and begin believing that they really don't have any means to resolve the issue. As they begin to feel this way about their situation, they begin to think that this is their reality. When that happens, they feel defeated, and their feelings lead them to believe that they will remain stuck in their present situation. This is how self-limiting beliefs become embedded in your thoughts. If your thoughts remain positive, the universe can only manifest what matches those thoughts. Inspired action is derived from positive emotions, and therefore can only lead to positive results. It is also very important to remain open to your desires, manifesting in a variety of different ways, so that you don't limit yourself from expecting something to come to you or into your life via one particular avenue only, because then you block other avenues and limit yourselves. Allowing life simply to be as it is means letting it openly express through your gut instincts and listening and responding from your heart instead of your intellect or your fears. It involves acting selflessly and inclusively to all, and understanding that everyone is working on their own lessons in their own time, and to stand ready to assist them when they choose to accept it. The soul knows when it is ready to move forward from a particular lesson, and cannot be forced when to do so by another. Be careful not to take on the energies of another who is struggling through a lesson, for it is not yours, and it is not up to you to resolve. Do offer assistance or advice from your higher self, if asked, but remain detached from that issue and allow the individual to choose their own course of action when they feel ready. It is allowing that moves you forward, and determining that can hold you back. It is the higher essence of unity that determines things, not the lower essence of separate and exclusive desires. We may seem to be able to control certain outcomes on a physical level, but if we have not learned to act selflessly and allow the higher good for the whole to prevail, we will simply be given more challenging opportunities to practice allowing. I'd like to share an example with you of how this topic has taught me a very interesting lesson in allowing things to reveal themselves from a higher perspective and in their own time, i.e. divine order. I've had a couple of goals or desires for a few years now, and I've found myself believing that I have yet to attain them. I felt that I've been getting closer to achieving them, but didn't stop to consider that maybe I'm already living those goals to a certain degree, and I just haven't realized it yet. You see, I have a certain view or mental picture of the way these goals should manifest for me. But I just realized, as I write these words, that to some degree, I already have these goals. I'm living and experiencing them at a certain level, just not on the three-dimensional level that most of us live in and relate to. What I mean by that is that I don't have those goals exactly the way I want, from a physical or material perspective, but I do have them good enough to experience happiness and contentment in my life, and have enough of it in order to stay focused on moving forward and not being too comfortable and stagnant. If I did have it exactly the way I wanted, it would be exclusive and separate, and I wouldn't feel the need to make enough effort to evolve to a higher state of being, and I would no longer have those goals to aspire to. As I've said before, the journey is the goal, and the journey never ends. It just gets better. Now I can see more clearly that if I adjust these same goals to be more inclusive and selfless, the more likely I will experience them on an even better level. By letting myself see things in a greater light, I'm better able to recognize what I have already achieved. Even if Spirit had told me all of this from the beginning, would I have gotten it then? Would I have said, okay, I'll do exactly that? I don't think so. Simply knowing or being told a bit of insightful information is not the same as going through the experience of learning it. Wow, did I just recognize something big? And I haven't even finished this talk yet. That's what allowing can do for you. Sometimes you just can't tell whether you're the teacher or the student, or both. So I'll just continue to allow as best I can and let life reveal an even higher, more enjoyable level of my goals to me throughout my journey, here and hereafter. Most of us have more materialistic goals out of a false sense of separateness from others and a need for security from a physical perspective. But if you really take a look at your heart's desires, you most likely want peace, joy, health, and love more than anything else. Without these things, even a billionaire couldn't be truly happy. Our higher selves know what's best for us, even if we don't always recognize it. So just allow it to take its natural course as best you can, and allow the perceived problems to reveal their solutions at the right moment. Thank you for listening.